Welcome back to Gamescom Studio, powered by IGN. Now, Where Winds Meet is the massive new open-world, sword-fighting, ass-kicking martial arts game from Everstone Studio, and it looks absolutely awesome. Here to break it all down for me is Chris McDavitt, lead designer on Where Winds Meet. Hi.
Hello.
So every time I see this game, it seems like there's more and more to do. It's almost overwhelming in a really good way. What kind of experience are you making with Where Winds Meet? What is the overall goal here?
就是咱们的这个游戏，每一次就是我看到的时候，都会有一些新的变化，有一些新的内容加进去。那我们希望这个游戏能达成什么样的一个目标，能够给玩家提供什么样的一种体验呢？
我们的游戏其实是一个开放世界，基于中国武侠背景的开放世界 RPG 的游戏。那么我们游戏的整个的背景是在唐朝末期，是古代中国的唐朝末期。宋初之间的这段时间，那么这是一个非常混乱无序的时代，那么玩家将会扮演一个少年的侠客，去闯入这个世界，去探索这个世界，在这个世界里面，学到不同的技能，逐渐的成长，同时去发现自己的身世，发现这个世界的真相，那么
Yeah. So we are basically an open-world RPG game based on Chinese ancient history. So the story begins after the Chinese Tang Dynasty and before the Song Dynasty. So this is basically one of the most chaotic and dark period of time in Chinese history. The player will be playing a young swordsman in the game who will be exploring the world, develop his technique, his martial arts skill, grow his know more about his mysterious or hidden identity in this world.
The world is gigantic. It's absolutely massive. Can you tell us a little about the general sort of world design here? I mean, we're seeing flying, we're seeing running around and stuff like that. What was the scope with building this world?
就是咱们的世界其实看上去非常的大，因为是一个开放世界嘛。那咱们就是建设这个开放世界的时候，其实花费了多少的时间精力这样子呢？
我们其实已经研发了有3年半的时间，然后确实开放世界是一个非常大的挑战，因为需要大家一起去做很多样事情。玩家可以在游戏里面除了战斗，除了使用一些中国传统的武术，使用中国传统的武器之外，还可以去做很多不同的玩法，比如说探索，比如说采集，比如说参与到中国传统的中医药去学习中医药相关的技能，他们可以抓马，可以去撸猫撸狗，可以钓鱼，然后可以在世界里建造，所以确实有很多的内容。
We've been working on this for over 3.5 years. It is a huge challenge to do an open world game, and for example, we're developing our combat system with martial arts and Chinese traditional weapons, and we are also offering lots of models for players to explore the world and enjoy the game. For example, a Chinese traditional medicine system. In which you get to collect herbs and develop your own medicine and cure disease or cure injuries. Or you can go fishing in the game. We have a pet system. You get to pet your dogs or cats in the game. We have a construction system. You can build bridges, towers, all sorts of different buildings in the game. So basically, you can do it all.
So you've been very busy then. Yeah. We're seeing some mounts right now, horses. You talked about fishing. One of my favorite things that we saw so far are some of the other animals. There's a bear that screams at you and you catch it in a jar and throw it back at him. There's geese that you chase around. There's like some animal comedy in this game. Tell me about how that came together.
Okay.
就是咱们会在游戏里面看到，就是像是坐骑啊这种东西，然后包括他会看到有一只熊，然后咱们跟它战斗，然后用太极把它扔得很远，然后包括咱们会看到鹅，然后就是跟鹅到处乱跑，然后这种跟动物相关的这种就是有趣的这种体验，咱们在一开始设计的时候是怎么样的一个想法呢？
这里其实有2个核心的想法。第一个想法就是我们想在游戏里还原一个非常自然的生态，基于我们中国古代的这样的一个背景，这是第一个想法。
So basically we have 2 ideas, 2 inspirations here. So the first one would be that we want to sort of bring back the ancient China environment to our audience, to our players, and try to ask them to enjoy the game while like sharing this kind of like interesting experience and environment, natural environment with them, in which the animals would be a huge part in it.
对，然后第2个想法是，我们希望把这部分自然生态的内容跟中国的传统武术结合起来。比如说刚刚举到那个例子，用太极扔熊，太极就是中国的一个非常有趣的martial art，它可以把一个速度特别快的一个动物用某种方式扔出去、甩出去，甚至用这个东西去攻击其他的敌人我们觉得这是一个非常非常有趣的东西，也没有在其他游戏里见过，所以我们就把它做到游戏里了。
So the second thing is we're trying to combine the animal aspect with our martial arts. So for example, what you can see in the game, the Tai Chi, is actually a very classical Chinese martial arts skill in which you can sort of lift the heavy things with just a little power using your skill. And also we're trying to also combine a lot of the like mimicking animals into our martial arts skills. For example, you can mimic like a lion roar. We have that sort of skill, or like a snake, like mimic a snake as a martial art.
All right. One last thing I wanted to ask you about is the combat styles. Now, we saw you can, kind of borrow ideas from animals in the world. You can bother a bear while it's sleeping, which was very rude. But what sort of like combat do you learn over time, like in terms of weapons and interacting with enemies and stuff like that?
就是他是想问一下，咱们就是因为也能看到咱们游戏里其实提供了很多像是武器或者是那个就是武术的这种方式，然后他是想问咱们在这个过程之中能学到怎么样的一些武术的一些技巧，在那个战斗上面能够学到一些怎么样的一些技巧，就咱们的战斗系统基本上是怎么工作的？
对我简单介绍我们的战斗系统，其实有3个主要的 feature， 主要的 point。第一个就是因为中国武术里面有各种各样不同的武器，传统武器，我们希望把这些传统武器在游戏里还原出来，让玩家能够感受到中国传统武器的不同的特点和差异然后这是第一点。
So basically there are 3 ideas here. So the first one would be the weapon system. So we have a gigantic weapon system in which we want to sort of bring back to life what's in the traditional Chinese weapon, and we want to try our best to deliver its differences and its features and like the variety of them to our players.
对，第2点是我们希望能够把中国传统的武术去还原到游戏里比如刚刚其实已经提到的一些基于仿生学、基于我们叫形意的这样的一些东西，有点像大家可能在之前的一些影视作品里看到 Jackie Chan 他的那些武术像刚刚说的狮吼功之类的武术还原到游戏里。
And the second thing we want to put in the combat system is our Chinese traditional martial arts. And we offer lots of options in terms of martial arts skills. For example, the ones that I mentioned earlier, like the animal stance. So this one you can basically see in a lot of Jackie Chan movie, and I think Western audience will be very familiar with those.
对，第3点是我们希望能够 让玩家在这么多的中国传统的武术里选择自己喜欢的，然后搭配自己的 build，在不同的环境下可以用不同的这样的一些传统的技艺去战胜敌人。
So the first thing is that we'd like to offer players the choice of different weapons and different martial arts, the combination of those two, and to allow them to utilize those skills and weapons, the combination of the skills and weapons to resolve puzzles or to deal with different environments.
Cool. Well, Where Winds Meet looks fantastic. Thank you so much for coming today. We will have lots more coverage of this gorgeous, really fun, insane game as we continue on IGN, so keep it locked. We've got lots more Gamescom Studio ahead right here, so don't go anywhere. Thank you.
Thank you.